The Miami Dolphins were hungry for a win. 3 straight losses had put a damper on their season. But on Monday night they faced the Los Angeles Rams, and they played with a fire in their bellies. The Dolphins emerged victorious, 23-15. It was a hard-fought battle. This win was a statement. The Dolphins are not done yet. This game had major implications for both teams. The Dolphins desperately needed a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. The Rams, on the other hand, were looking to solidify their position in the competitive NFC West. The tension was palpable from the opening kickoff. Both teams knew what was at stake. The energy in the stadium was electric. Dolphins fans were on their feet for most of the game. They roared with every big play. The Dolphins fed off that energy, and it showed on the field. The Dolphins played with a sense of urgency that had been missing in recent weeks. They were faster, stronger, and more determined. Rookie wide receiver Malik Washington had himself a night to remember. He scored his first NFL touchdown. It was a thing of beauty. Washington showed off his speed and agility. He left Rams defenders grasping at air. The touchdown sent the Dolphins fans into a frenzy. But Washington wasn't the only offensive star for the Dolphins. Tyreek Hill was back to his electrifying best. He had been held out of the end zone in recent weeks, but against the Rams, he broke free. Hill hauled in a crucial touchdown pass. It was a reminder of his game-breaking ability. Hill's speed was just too much for the Rams secondary to handle. The offensive line deserves a lot of credit. They gave Tua Tagovailoa time to throw the ball, and they opened up holes for the running backs. It was a complete team effort on offense. The Dolphins moved the ball effectively all night. They were balanced and explosive. The Dolphins' offense had struggled in recent weeks, but against the Rams they found their rhythm. They were firing on all cylinders, and it led to a much-needed victory. Tua Tagovailoa was back under center for the Dolphins. He had missed the previous game due to concussion protocol. His return provided a much-needed boost to the team. Tagovailoa brought a sense of calmness and leadership to the huddle. You could see the confidence in Tagovailoa's eyes. He was locked in from the start. He spread the ball around to all his receivers, and he made smart decisions with the football. It was a vintage Tagovailoa performance. Tagovailoa's connection with his receivers was evident. He had a good rapport with both Washington and Hill. They made big plays all night. It was clear that Tagovailoa's return had energized the entire offense. The Dolphins will need Tagovailoa to stay healthy if they want to make a playoff push. He is the key to their offense, and he showed against the Rams that he is capable of leading this team to victory. Section 4. Defense stands tall against Rams attack. The Dolphins' defense came to play on Monday night. They knew they had to slow down the Rams' potent offense. And they did just that. The Dolphins held the Rams to just 15 points. It was a dominant performance. The Rams boast one of the league's top receivers in Cooper Kupp, but the Dolphins did a great job of containing him. They kept him out of the end zone. It was a key factor in the victory. The Dolphins' secondary was disciplined and physical. The Dolphins' defensive line was relentless. They put pressure on Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford all night long. They sacked him multiple times, and they forced him into some bad throws. It was a suffocating performance by the Dolphins' defense. The Dolphins' defense has been playing well all season. They are a big reason why the team is still in the playoff hunt. If they can continue to play at this level, the Dolphins will be a tough out for any opponent. Section 5. Dolphins look to ride momentum into crucial stretch. The Dolphins are back in the win column, and they did it with a convincing performance against a tough opponent. This win could be a turning point for the Dolphins' season. They are still very much alive in the playoff race. But the Dolphins can't afford to rest on their laurels. They have a tough schedule ahead of them. They will need to continue to play at a high level if they want to make the playoffs. But for now, the Dolphins can savor this victory. They earned it. The Dolphins' next game is against their division rivals, the New England Patriots. It's a huge game for both teams. The Dolphins will need to bring their A game if they want to get the win. But if they can play like they did against the Rams, the Dolphins will be tough to beat.